And we're back. So we've had a little conversation chat. Pansy, you're favouring WesternWolves, did you say?
I was, but I love Fan now.
Oh, so you're siding
I'm
with it. Are we going to be fan boys and girls and say that we want Fan to take this?
I see what you did there. Fan, you're quite funny. Yeah, I can't help but love an underdog, and the way they brought it back on Crossfire was sensational. How can I deny a team of my support when they've just done that? But WesternWolves are so good individually and as a team. Don't get me wrong, I love them. But Fan, today they're playing exactly what I like about CoD, so I've got to be with them. Are you still sticking with them?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, they're great. We just went on lead ready up and we will be underway. And I think, I honestly, on Map3, I don't really know how I'd seem to fare on District. I do, however, know that we're going to see some sensational fantasy play. I mean, it's another SMG map. Chuby as well, though. In fact, I'll go with Chuby. He has got such a good fast day spawn. Whether or not he can beat these Death Alley nades, he does. And that's a bit of a question about Fan. Okay, they've flashed him, but still, he's managed to get all the way over to B. No one to receive him, though. Hang on. Phantasmagoria, they've got this horrible habit of not sending anyone to a bomb site.
Jeez.
There is absolutely no one on B. Chuby is soon to realise it's going to push B out. The only real presence on B is actually there in the form of an AK. Is it? Yes, it is. It's Vey the AK. Thank you very much. As Froz does bring that bomb to B. They've got the bomb. Let's see, this is the problem. They've literally left B completely open. You know, enable them to get this bomb down. Still though, Jermaine and Rio picking up frags left, right and centre. As Froz does get tagged, but not fragged with that scope. Not going to be happy with that. Sapsa. Still, WesternWolves, not sure how this has worked out for Fan, but it has. As Froz and Fantasy are last two men standing. Froz knows he can't get that bomb down, opts for that push behind. With 4v1, this isn't looking too likely. Vey's going to mop up that round nicely. Wow. Great play from Fan, and maybe this is a strat we're going to see brought into the scene.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. There's always, there's always an SMG pushing down B, and there's always, an AK at the top by the red car. But they had neither, and they seemed happy with it. So let's pick it up with Enrio here. He's feeling aggressive, maybe, just maybe, if I'm lucky. He's darting through Market, SMG's hand, spots one just in front of him, and it's Chuby. Chuby gets the better of him, the better of the mead so far, may I add. Drops him with a headshot, Link with the reply, shutting him down for his troubles. All even. And a little bit of a split coming up. Fantasy more over to this B site where there are some now Phantasmagoria players. So Fan just holding tight, waiting for the rotate. Ono picks one up onto Jermaine. And now we have a bit of an A push from the WesternWolves boys. Truly getting Jermaine out of his place. Normally he's very happy sitting in that flower house, but he felt as though he needed to push. And here we go. Zabza gets us off in the right direction for you Phantasmagoria fans. Dropping a nade onto Froz's face. Now the bomb is loose. Ono has to pick this up and get the bomb working. There's a player just in front of him. Will he be able to manage to land the frag? Does spot Link and drops him down with some lovely AK work. Beautiful positioning there. Fancy getting tagged up, but as is Vey. But Ono shuts down Zabza, and I didn't even see him. This guy is quicker than lightning, and now Vey has to go huge. Two to find. Chuby and Ono alive with the bomb ticking. 40 seconds on the board. Vey favouring this more flower house peak, as he does have that AK. Doesn't have a lot of time to work with those. Does spot one of them, but it's a little bit too late. As Ono, eyes trained like a hawk, shuts him down. First round going to WesternWolves now.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously very early stages, but I can't help but feeling that Fan look like they've got so much control. Zabza playing that mid-market, playing dog, and obviously with an A push now, we're going to see a different side of WesternWolves as all 5 players converge on that car park area. And Rio did get that first frag, surely going to call it to his compadres. As Froz looks to be getting that bomb down. He is flashed, but that's not going to stop the plant. And oh dear, Phantasmagoria should have dealt with that. As that plant was very well thought out from Froz. He knew that Zabza has a nade for the left side of the bomb, chose to plant on the right, and that has led to what looks like quite a successful A push. Still, Fan do have the advantage 3v2. We'll see where this goes. Zabza got a lot to deal with on spawn. They're going to take him down there with the Deagle. Nice play as Fantasy goes down to his Deagle. Still 2v1 now. Froz being pushed by both players. Froz well aware of that. Oh, Zabza, what are you doing?
What?
Oh, Zabza! No! He saw a body emerge from the smoke and decides to play the round. Froz saying play serious, please, but that is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my god, what have you just done?
And if this comes down to one round, Zabza's going to absolutely rage his socks off because that was such a mistake. That's such a vital, this is the third map of what happens to be at the CyberGamer final, Super Cup rather. So pansy.
Oh my God. I'm going to take it up with Fantasy here as he has made his way into that B arch area. He does get tagged up by his troubles from Enrio, who did previously get dropped by his home teammate, which was Zabza. So now he's gone down to the AK work of Myson with a quick shutdown of revenge from Zabza, the guilty Frenchman, turning on his own. Ugh, well, I never. So he drops out and towards that A plant, which does seem more favoured by the WesternWolves side. Doesn't manage to get the tag or a frag for his troubles. Froz and Fancy to find, but I wouldn't stand too close to Zabza right now, as he will see something and he'll shoot, regardless of what team you're on. So now, Phantasmagoria have to get their move on. 30 seconds on the board. 2 players to find. See Froz just happy on this ledge, and now Fantasy. No, it's actually Ono. Ono and Fantasy on the scoreboard do like getting change up. Ono picks up the first onto Zabza, kill him with the car. Froz with a AK onto Lincoln, and Ono with another deagle. What a shot. Simply sensational, as previous caster once said. But Zabza, he must still be feeling guilty. I would be. I would be absolutely shot to pieces.
Yeah, I mean, and this is looking more and more like WesternWolves, and that could not be any more stressful for Zabza, as he did just catch a glimpse of an SMG on his way to away. Enrio and Jermaine making a large dent in that A push, though. Jermaine, a great player to watch, as he plays it very calmly, getting out a nade towards that car park. Is there anyone to receive it? I don't think there is. Oh, Myson, just jogging towards that car, that care in the world. Still, Chubi punishes him for it, though, taking down both players on A with an AK he found on the floor. And that nade from Zabza once again takes him down. Really, WesternWolves are going to be fearing that side of the bomb. Oh, and look at Phantasmagoria. They've got so many nades. Vase just let one off towards that bomb site as well.
Oh!
Oh, dear. Tagged him on that bomb site heavily. It looks like he's rotating through market. There's going to be one there, surely. He's just jumped over it. He's just jumped over his head. I don't believe
Oh my God,
it.
what is going on?
Oh no, in market. Vase just leapt directly over it. Oh, there, you absolute mongrel. And now we see the rotate from Ono, and this could very easily go his way. Looks to be getting that plant down. Lincoln and Zabs are rotating, and with such little pace, they really need to pick up the pace. Bomb goes down. Now Ono has so much time, all the time in the world, to get into a position as he pushes Zabs to take them down as well now. Oh dear. 1v1 Lincoln v Ono. Mano el Mano as a duel. Lincoln finally mops up for his team's mistake and brings the second round home for Fan.
I don't know what to say about that round. Ono proned in A arch, saw Vey above him for about 10 seconds, didn't bother to shoot him, just took his time. Let's pick up with Fantasy. Maybe he will not let down anyone so far. SMG to hand, darting through mid, feeling confident. And he is such a renowned SMG, but he does get shut down by the Frenchman's nade landing on his face. And sure, that's going to add a little bit of salt to the wound, as they're so angry about nades at the moment. And they should be, as Myson shuts down himself and Ono. What have they just done? Way to eliminate your whole team. That is a good way to go. So now Froz left in a 1-on-5, and I just don't see this going WesternWolves' way this round, as Jermaine jumps out with the shotgun and ends his miserable life. As what just happened in that round? Are they having issues with nades currently, or not even finding teammates?
Indeed, this is mental. Still, we'll move swiftly on, mistakes aside, and team kills, you know, they're coming in thick and fast. Let's see if we can actually see some actual frags. Let's go with Chubi, as he's the only real aggressive player at the moment from WesternWolves. He's managed to get through those mid nades as he makes his way in towards market. Smoke onto B arch, making sure he can get to A arch unscathed by that B arch player. Checking every possibility of A arch. Spots Jermaine, takes him down with ease as he progresses up towards those A stairs. And Rio gets a frag of his own. Nice play from Chubi as well onto Zabza, as he's doing a great job just controlling this A side, either car park or down through market. He's killed those players regularly as he's rotating back round through spawn. There's a player there, and Rio is pushing his brother. Surely not gonna get a slap on the wrist when he gets home. As now it's Chubi v Enrio, 2v2. And Myson gets the better of Enrio. Not gonna see a brother battle today, as now Lincoln left 1v2. It may say Chubi v Chubi, but we know it's Chubi v Myson, and Myson is the man with the bomb, looking to make his way towards that A site. And I think for once they're pretty safe in the knowledge that they aren't going to get naded for once. As that bomb does go down, but he knows both players are there. He heard the plant, heard the fire, so he played this right. Spots one in car park. Chubi takes him down, and that looked so possible, but Chubi gets the better of him once again. Great round for Chubi. Still, the man to watch is definitely Ono. Ono sat on a comfortable 9 frags.
And on that note, let's pick it up with him. Scope for the WesternWolves boys. Peeks out across mid. Can he see anyone crossing to this B site? Doesn't spot anyone. bounce across to 8. Has a peek over here. Sees a nade darting towards him. And there we go. Gets the nice little bit of evasion on that. Scoping towards this A house. Doesn't spot anyone. But they're taking it slow. They're taking it easy. Making sure they get the picks where they need them. And I believe there's a couple of aggressive players coming out. And here we go. Lincoln in this B arch could be coming into a few frags soon. As there's a player literally just to his left. But Fantasy gets the better of him with the SMG work there. And you can see WesternWolves taking over this midsection. No, drops down Jermaine Chewy with one for himself onto his very own brother. How could you do it? And now they're leaving 2 men standing for the Phantasmagoria side. Zabza. And not for long, as now it is all on Vey. Maybe not with a nade for once. Here come the tags, and there's the frag. Fancy picks it up onto Vey, 5-3. And WesternWolves seem, quite comfortable with this A push, especially. They seem to work mid and then go quite happily towards A, and they seem to generally get it. Would you think that's an issue for Fan? Normally, you see Jermaine absolutely unstoppable at A. Has he stopped playing there, or what's actually happening?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's more or less just kind of, it's been luck. I don't want to say, I hate using the word luck when you think about stuff like this, but both players have it in them, and it's more of a question of how are they doing it and when. And this is a great A push from Fan. Fantasy stops Enrio in his tracks on that A push. Zabza as well. Tubi just going down at the pain train. That is absolutely sensational. No breaks on this A push at the moment. Great play from them. And now we'll see where this round goes. I'm just going to take it away with Ono. As see what he brings to the table. Looks like he's going to be peeking Death Alley. And the smokes just make that a little bit more difficult than he expected. Going for a fast B. Hopefully there's going to be some fun plays to receive. As he does spot one on that top red car. Takes the tip of Vey's head down. And there is one just around there. It's going to be Fantasy spotting Ono to finish him though. As the smoke comes out, and that's surely going to be a call for a plant from Ono. Does get tagged and fragged by Enrio. Great play from him as a fake from Froz. Trying to draw those Phantasmagoria players in. Nade on that bomber site. Really keen nades from the fan. Right. An exciting cut of the X-split. I think we're just going to be waiting for the last couple of players to ready up, and we're going to be back underway. Lee apologises profusely as he's been having streaming issues left, right and centre, so we do apologise for the short delay. But as you can see, it is 7-5 going into the second half in favour of the Wolves of the Western variety.
Yeah, indeed. Both sides looking really strong, and we are just waiting on one player to ready up. It is Ono. Maybe they saw the stream went down, but do you know what, guys? Let's be nice. Let's have a little time out and wait for Lee to sort himself out. So, I'm still quite surprised to see the attacking side doing so well. Normally the likes of Jermaine holding that A push is almost impossible. He is so good at it. He's literally like a brick wall of defense. Give him an AK and he just doesn't move. But he just seems to be, always pushed by Tubi, and maybe, just maybe, because Jermaine used to be in a team with these guys, not too long ago when they were under that lone and line tag. So maybe, Tubi's got his number down, so does Ono, so maybe he's getting a lot of pressure from those guys, and he just can't adapt to it. As soon as people know the way you play, it's very hard to break out of that, because you always feel like they know what your next move is. If you adapt, if you rotate a touch, it's like, no, but they know that. So maybe you have to counter-strat it, and you get yourself in a mess, and maybe that's happening, or maybe he's just being outplayed. But I'd like to think maybe Tubi's just got his number a little bit too dialed down. So still just waiting on Ono to ready up. And just if you have a look at the scoreboard at the moment, we can see Tubi 15-8, Ono 12-8, and Rio doing just the same. And the Mead brothers truly performing on this map, really doing each other proud. Tubi, I'd say so far has come out on top, but in Rio, when they pushed A, he was in the right place at the right time. Did you see that frag that he got? I think it was onto Froz or Myson in car park, and he went absolutely huge. If you had to pick right now, who's your favourite Mead brother?
So you're gonna have to say it again. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure the stream was up and running.
Who was your favourite Mead brother right now?
Oh, Tubi, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, even if it was just off his backlot play alone, I mean, he's absolutely decimated it. I mean, yes, Enrio's been doing some nice work. He's kind of been switching up between that AK and the SMG. Not really sure what he prefers, but either way, I think Tubi's definitely been the stronger brother at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I can't deny him of that. But everyone loves Enrio. The guy's got a silky smooth voice, as you heard at the start of this very stream. It's like chocolate. Just it's beautiful.
Sounds like chocolate.
Indeed. But see, even my game crashed. It just doesn't want us past this game. But we are going live at last. So please do take us into this really critical round, because if the attacking side take this, well, it's looking rather good for them. They're bringing it back nice and close.
I mean, WesternWolves definitely need to pull their socks up a bit. as they have got a bit of a mountain to climb, purely because I think Fan have really got this attacking side down. I could be eating my words shortly, but I seem to remember they have this kind of splitty A, where they'll have bomb and a scope going. Very similar actually to a Nexus's attack on this map, kind of sitting around that car park, not really wanting to commit to it, and then as soon as the picks come in, they'll make their push. Vey has actually opted to SMG, and Rio with the AK, so we've seen that swap right there. As the bomb is making the way towards that bomb site. There are 2 players in A arch to receive them though. Mycin and Ono. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cast our eyes to Ono now, as he is in a bit of a spot. He's got himself right on top of the A arch. Fan players have absolutely not a clue that this is happening. As the smoke comes out, Ono cautious to peek. And Rio on top of the bomb, really planning on not getting naded here. Vey! Absolute animal, definitely just caught a glimpse of that beret, popped the beret, and enabled that bomb to go down, and in a very awkward position for the Western Wolves. Enrio, well aware of these, the possibility of being naded and pushed on that A smoke. They planted it on top of the bomb. Vey and Fantasy about to encounter each other. Vey in that corner, Zabza with a frag onto Frost though. Fantasy under a lot of pressure. Vey comes round, but Mycin takes him down, as Zabza gets a second onto Fantasy. Jermaine to wrap it up, and that, my friends, was how you push A. Absolutely astounding work.
I expected a Scottish Batman to descend upon the attacking forces,
Indeed.
and there was nothing. I literally wanted it to be beautiful. But let's see what's happening with Vey right now. Taking his time towards mid. Maybe he's feeling a little bit aggressive. Here we go. Puts a flash out. Holds back for a second, but here he is darting through mid. SMG iron-sighted in. Not up to any resistance as of yet, but his teammates are, as Enrio and Lincoln will fall to the work of Froz and Mycin, but he does pick up a bit of a revenge frag onto Tubi. And now all is even, 3-on-3. Fantasy, Ono and Tubi left alive for Western Wolves, with Jermaine, Vey and Zabza for the Phantasmagoria side. And does him a bit of a B push. So let's flick over to Fantasy, who's literally getting himself surrounded by other fans. He's feeling at home here. Darts around to that little thin alley. Comes back around, spots a player literally in front of him. It was Jermaine who gets tagged up, but Jermaine gets the better of him with the SMG. And now Tubi, I don't know if it is Tubi, it's Mycin. Thank you, Overlay Bug. Is now going to get a 3-man out of nowhere. So Mycin appears out of this little alley, does come into the iron sights of Vey, but does get the better of him. Drops him down. Can he get the next round onto Jermaine? No, he can't. Jermaine absolutely on fire with the SMG of all weapons. The man's not known for his SMG work, but he is adapting when he needs to.
Indeed. We're seeing a 7-7 here, real level playing field at the moment, and this is, for those of you that have just joined us, missed the first couple, this is, oh my god, Mycin just got a double kill in the same place that he failed on the previous half. That's almost too ironic to be true. I mean, exactly the same place where he's killed 2 of his teammates in previous rounds, he's just gone and killed 2 enemies, almost making up for that error. But yeah. Really nice play from him, and really nice play from Western Wolves, taking it to 4-1. Fantasy's going to mark that round up. Zabza goes down, and that was a swift and painless round for Western Wolves.
Indeed, and I'm going to pick it up with Fantasy, because the people in chat are wanting to see this man right now. SMG, as ever, the favoured weapon of his, well, the more historically favoured. He's picked up the scope before, but this time he's favouring the SMG for a little bit of fast-paced action. Zabza kicking us off with Phantasmagoria, dropping down Tubi, and now Western Wolves finally on the back foot. Let's see a bit of an A push, so I'm going to have to flick across because Fan's not quite in the action. But Lincoln is. Here we go. Bomb getting tagged up, and that was Mycin pick up frag onto Vey. All even at last. Lincoln literally surrounded by Wolves. Can he get a pick here? Because he desperately needs it because the pack is hunting in. And Zabza does take down one with a bomb. But Ono darts in and shuts him down with the scope. And now Ono just holding hard at this A side. Just taking his time. Not feeling under pressure at all. Spots another. Misses the shot. That is very like, can he land it again? Gets the tag, not the frag, onto Enrico. Darts out with a deagle. Doesn't magic him. Yes, he does. A lovely headshot at last. Fancy chimes even one of himself and finally shuts down Zabza. And that was looking like such a Phantasmagorian round. And then Western Wolves just pull it back from the brink. That's so well played from them.
Yeah, I mean, undoubtedly. Great play. And I have to say, I mean, I know we are being utter fans of the Phantasmagoria side, but I have to admit, that was... But I have to admit, Western Wolves are looking beyond strong on this half. Still though, Fantasy and Mycin causing some damage early on. Mycin does go down, as does Enrio though, courtesy of Ono scope. Fantasy taking over as he pushes through. Ono being pushed by a player, whether or not he's aware of it. It was Vey, and Vey were completely unaware of that auto climb. Fantasy manages to take the frag though, and 10-7. We need to see a change in fans play, and fast.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to pick it up with Lincoln and see what they're actually up to here, because it's not working currently, because there's 3 rounds now in between the two sides. So they do seem to be going for this A push. Faked out a bit of a mid, but the smokes are there, and here comes the fire tagging up. I believe it was Vey, but he gets the better of Myson as Zabza does drop Juby, and now finally Fan look like they're in their stride. 5 players remaining, to only the 3 hungry wolves on the prowl. Fantasy still up though, so let's not count him out as of yet. Let's flick across to him. Smoke is out on this A-bomb site, drops out a flash. Doesn't feel like he wants to dial in as of yet, just pulling out the fire. Frost picks up 1 on 10 Rio, but Vey with a quick reply, avenging his fallen teammate. Now 2 players remain, but Fantasy still there, picks up the frag onto Vey, another SMG down and out, so now Fan has to go absolutely huge run, does get tagged up, has to dart back, he can't peek too much, leaves Ono now in that arch area just to hold off. So what is Jermaine up to? Jermaine on the rotate here, does spot a player right in front of him, gets the better of Ono, can he get the better of Fantasy? That's the question, gets the tag off the frag, jumps around, drops Fantasy down, what a round from Jermaine, simply amazing play, really well played from him, just rotated at the perfect time and just shot both of them down.
Yeah, I mean, I really, I'm enjoying watching. Actually, I have to tell you, I'm enjoying watching Jermaine. He's doing a great job on A, undoubtedly causing utter havoc for the enemy team. And now I'm gonna have to go with Ono. I've seen some people complaining we haven't watched him, so we'll give Ono some screen time right now, as he gets a lovely nade frag onto the man. I was just giving some love. It was Jermaine. I did just spot the enemy scope as well. Zabza jumping around in Bialy. Ono taking his time, doesn't want to over peek it. Zabza still in there. Very slow round though at the moment. Very few frags have been exchanged. Vey heavily tagged. Fantasy as well. Fantasy does go down though as Ono takes the tip of Zabza's head off. Didn't even see him there. As Enrio does get the throw into his brother Chubi. 3v3 now. Ono the only man on B for Western Wolves. That doesn't look like it's going to be too much of an issue though. And he does get spotted. Not taken down. Gonna have to get away from there. He has actually taken down by Lincoln. Lincoln was hunting for him. And Enrio sprang onto Myson to leave Vey with the bomb on towards A. All on Froz though. Froz has got an absolute mountain to climb, making his way from B now. 3 players all ready to receive him. Gonna check that. Surely gonna check that position. Surely Lincoln shouldn't get that frag. My God, that was his. As he does get it to bring it to 9-10, and these teams could not be cutting it any more close. I mean, we've got 1-1. That's 1 map each, and now we're going 9-10 into this final third and gorgeous map that is City Streets.
Indeed, and let's pick it up with Ono here, as there is an A-push coming out from Phantasmagoria side, and Ono's there with the scope to hand, gets flashed up for his troubles, doesn't manage to drop down as yet. Myson picks up the first onto Lincoln. Vey with the reply, shutting down Myson himself. Ono not seeing much as of yet, so let's dial around to who's actually trying to get this bomb down, and it is down. Jermaine's done his work, he can get out of there feeling happy as Vey darts in, takes down Ono. Chubi finally showing down Jermaine, but Vey on a mission, takes down Chubi. Can he get the last 2? Fantasy and Frost to go huge here, both in this A-arch area. Frost shutting down Zabza with the nade, all even, but the bomb is ticking down and out. 25 on the board, and Fan just have to sit back now and be calm and collected. You can see Zabza in a nice position, Vey even in a nice position here, just waiting for that push. And then Rio takes down Fantasy, and the last player is on the bomb. It is Froz, AK to hand, 2 players to find, 30 seconds to do it. Darts around, does spot Enrio, but Enrio getting the better of him and bringing it back to 10-10. And what a game this has turned into, Machine.
Yeah, undoubtedly, really nice to see. In fact, I think the thing I'm most happy for me. The thing I'm most happy to see has to be the fact that we've seen such a variation in play. I mean, you've seen these fast SMG pushes, you've seen these ridiculously slow rounds with no frags really happening until that kind of 40-second mark. And it just shows that these teams really do have a little booklet of strats which they can refer to and mix and match. So we're going to see a bit of an interesting play here. We've seen Fan actually pushing B very subtly quickly. Froz actually returning Zabza with a taste of his own medicine and nade onto that bomb site as Fantasy gets the frag. And Fantasy another one. Fantasy decimating that B site to bring that 11th round home. And Western Wolves, I'm not saying they're going to take it, but I have to say their SMGs are certainly looking stronger than Fans.
They are truly on the hunt, and they are definitely after the Phantasmagoria side now. So they just have to pick up one more round to just get that little bit further ahead. Lincoln holding back, just waiting on the nades to drop. Now they're making their way towards this kind of mid-push. Lincoln just cautiously diving down. Chubi picking up the first onto Jermaine. Western Wolves with the advantage. Can they keep hold of it? You can see how spread out the defensive side are. Couple towards the spawn, 2 towards B. They just have to sit back and wait for the push from Phantasmagoria. Lincoln making his way through mid. Sighting around every corner he can because he doesn't want to overexpose himself or his team and give away what they're actually doing. Because it could still be that slow A, but definitely not from where that bomb is. They're all lining up, and Ono's eyes trained on this wooden house, so he might get a couple of frags here, but not before Zamza does shut down Fantasy. So all even, very slow, cautious play from both sides. This round does desperately matter. Seems to be going towards his B side a little bit more, and I think Ono will be coming into the thick of things rather soon. 3 players encroaching on his position. Vey getting tagged up for his troubles over mid by Froz, but still Ono waits to pounce. Here we go, smoke down, Bomb's getting down on the bombs, like can he manage to land frag? Does what the play through smoke, that is Zabza down and out. Ono does pick up the frag he desperately needed. Chibu one for himself, one to Vey, and now WesternWolves have the advantage to only 2 players standing up for Phantasmagoria, and they need this round so badly to keep it nice and close. Enrio goes down to the AK work of Myson. Lincoln picks up 1, but it's not enough as Froz dives in there with the AK with a nice little headshot. And I just almost pray Phantasmagoria get another, fresh gust of wind and come back into this and bring it back to a nice 12-12.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing of WesternWolves have secured themselves that 12th round, and it can be so nice to have it. I mean, if anything, all of you B4-3 at the start of the round, you're at least going to be hitting that overtime, and that is so key. Still, I'm going to pick up with Tube because it looks like we've seen a violent A push. Just want to see how this rotate happens. As Froz does land that nade onto Jermaine. Vey onto Myson. Rotate, really. WesternWolves have just dashed their way towards, but Fan have managed to get that bomb down. Vital play as Fantasy. Prones well aware of that presence in that corner from Zabza. Vey about to be pushed by Fantasy. Not like I don't think he's ready for it. Fantasy, great play, just weaving his way in and out of these positions, and now Enrio's got it all to do to bring this round home. Fake from Froz, Enrio forced to push. There is one on his right, though. He's going to have to be checking it. No, he's not going to. Fantasy gets the frag. Defuse comes home. GG's all round, and that, my friends, is how you win a best of 3. Absolutely intense stuff there. And there we do see 13-10 for WesternWolves. Whew.